When it came to my summons, for Season 3 in particular, I walked away with a fully, well, not a fully maxed out YUNO, but his Greymore and the character, alright? So I've only just started working on him, well, to be fair, I'm only just starting to work on this account a little bit more now. There's a lot, and I'm busy. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I'm just gonna blame Power World. I've been playing the heck out of that with a friend of mine, so... Power World. YUNO is going to be for free in the coming days, which is going to be beautiful, but if you do summon on Season 3, then you might have gotten lucky and you might have pulled him. Not that you really need to be honest, but regardless, here we are, we have the man of the hour, and well, with YUNO himself, you realistically don't need to do much, because, well, his skills, as you guys can see, don't really affect his debuff, and that is kind of like the big seller for YUNO. Now, obviously, with how YUNO truly is working, he is more on the sense of allowing your attackers to completely obliterate bosses or whoever you're going against, of course, and the combination is with his ultimate with his combination. So obviously with the ultimate you get the guaranteed crit along with the 50% increased damage, and then with the next unit beside him, if you link him up nicely, then he can get that 70% defense off, along with, if they have immortality, I wish this would have been also barrier, that would have made his combination disgusting, but yeah, you can really put these two to good use. So YUNO realistically for PvE is actually a really top tier solid unit to have when it comes to just piling on a ton of damage. And again, he is one character that is allowing you to do that. So there's that. And of course, reduced mobility, can't go wrong with that. This is his only skill where if you get it to level 5, you can get a plus 5%. I truly don't think it's really worth it. So, I mean, I would not really waste your resources into this. Just leave YUNO as is. You really don't need to build up his attack. It's honestly just pile on those debuffs. That's the character. I mean, he's a debuffer too. So, yeah, having the whole crit damage stuff going on. I mean, it does correlate with his passive, but regardless, it's the ultimate and the combination skill is the big seller at this point. Now, we are going to have some fun with him. Of course, my YUNO right now isn't built up. I'm still in the process of... building him up, but that's fine because I've got YUNO like this in a very same manner on JP, so we can kind of go over there and take care of some bosses, and you'll see why YUNO is a pretty solid PvE character. Of course, PvP is just a big no-no. I mean, that's kind of like stating the obvious. PvP is just a big no-no. But yeah, I think the cool thing about all of this too is that, of course, we'll be able to hopefully max him out, get some copies of him too. At the very least, we'll get him to LR+2, but regardless, yeah, let's go have some fun with boy YUNO. Alrighty, well, here we have. This is essentially the nuking team that Global can finally use. YUNO is kind of used... to be fair, whenever I use YUNO, I always use him in a nuking manner. I mean, I'll try using him without it, of course, just to see how he helps out, but this is essentially it. Gosh, YUNO, Sally, of course. So, pretty much the setup of it all is, well, you kind of want to wait a turn with the YUNO, not kind of run into things, and then of course you then start setting up with Sally. Again, this will work for any boss that gives you the time, but as long as you can survive. Then you go on with Gorsh. If you have his Greymore, it helps out because he can double it up on the sunlight, but he doesn't. That is very unfortunate. Obviously Asta will come in, help me out on the defense side of things. Now I just need everyone to survive, thank you very much. And then Asta, you're gonna have to take this, my guy. There we go. And now this is where things start to get a little bit more nice. So at this point, we're going to get the ultimate going, so this will give an Asta a guaranteed crit. More importantly, it will give him that 50% incapacitate, right? Right? Boom. There we go. It's on for 2 turns. That's actually pretty nice. Then we give him the more boost. Again, this is pretty much similar to any other attacker that you are going to be boosting up. Now, for Gorsh himself, you've got to keep in mind YUNO's combination skill is also very disgusting, and we want that applied moreover to anything else that Gorsh can apply, in the sense of penetration, or obviously we won't get the attack up due to the fact that we've lost our health, so because it's below a certain amount, right? So we'll make good use of that 70% defense drop, so we're going to go straight in for that. And beautiful, that's now been added. So then what should happen is Asta should nuke. So Asta has done what, 25k damage, because it adds up all the damage together. So we're going to go in for a nuke, see what the damage output is. And then I'll see if I can top my current nuking numbers. Boom. I think my current score right now is 4.8 or 4.5 million. Yes. And the number that the nuking squad managed to achieve was 4.1 mil. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, I actually, you know, I am a fan of YUNO with all that he does provide. You know, I mean, you can't go wrong by having a guaranteed crit with Incapacitate, right? Guaranteed crit to where you then do more damage to the enemy. That's kind of picture perfect if you ask me, of course. I mean, in a way, he just kind of reminds you of Lotus, doesn't he? In a way. But in a more better way, I want to say. So, yeah, YUNO really is just a real solid PvE character, of course. So, what I will do in this scenario, since we've got all these buffs, is slow everyone down. YUNO can come in. And then, of course, we got the AoE. So, again, he's activating the Incapacitate. And then on the specific designated character that we're choosing to do more damage to, they then get the Incapacitate going on. And then, of course, that then leads into your attacking unit, who hopefully has speed on them. I mean, you can also provide them with speed. Lines them up perfectly for them to come after, specifically Julius, to just come in and essentially one-shot. Potentially one-shot, but regardless, to do a ton of damage is what we're trying to get at. I'm just going to say this right now, Charlotte and YUNO, that is a combo. That is a freaking-bow. Combo. Anyway, now, what I mean by that is you can really maximize the debuff, and you guys are about to see that right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to, first of all, slow you down just a tad bit. That's fine. So we're going to put the second skill on, no rush, just for the sake of waiting a turn, because I can see him coming up. And then we're going to get the attack drop going. Right, beautiful. Then we'll take away all of your, there we go, beautiful. And then I'll buff up Julius once again. There we go. Okay, so now this is where things come in. This one combination attack, so where things are right now is that we have got a 20%, 60%, and 80% defense drop with a crit rate drop of 10%, right? Cool. This one combination drop between Charlotte and YUNO just completely obliterates the enemy. Check this out. This is beautiful. So I'll do this, do that. So right now, Incapacitate of 70% and then a defense drop of 70 to 20. So that's a 90% defense drop. And at this point, the last thing that we need is the guaranteed crit. So you got two characters just completely reducing the enemy's defense, and then you got the support character to support your attacker, and then at this point it's a GG. Like, what are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? Drop the ultimate. This should do like 450k, if anything. It might do a little bit more actually, but it should do above 450. Let's have a look. Boom, gone. See you later. They survived on the minuscule. Where's the health? Where's the health? But yeah, with the introduction of YUNO, you guys can really utilize now nuking bosses and whatnot, just making life a lot easier now on the PvE side of things. Having him and Charlotte together, that is a beautiful sight. A 90% defense drop to a 70% incapacitate. Can't go wrong with that. Cannot go wrong with that. But anyway, boys, I'll leave it there. Just a quick little show of the YUNO on how he will be used. I use him that way. When it comes to YUNO, if I need to nuke, I throw in YUNO. That's how I use YUNO. I mean, you can use him in other means, clearly, with the attack drop and whatnot. Clearly, he'll work just as fine. But pairing up with Charlotte, hey, that is something special. So when it comes to global, boys, he will make life a whole lot easier when it comes to applying the debuff onto the enemy for you to do a ton of damage. So in my eyes, boys, for him to be free on global, that is one banging guaranteed crit nuking supporter.